path is free of obstacles. Damn! The door is locked. I have no idea where the key could be. I have no idea where the key could be. I should ask Victoria. This is the place where William took his last breath. I won't leave before I find out the truth. I know I should leave Victoria alone, but I must ask her about the key to William's... Victoria, I know you want to be alone, but I must ask you about something that only you can answer.
Maybe it will help to get some fresh thoughts. Memories can become so tiring. During the last few years, I have had plenty of time with my thoughts. What is it that you want to talk about, Sam?
Victoria, why was William hiding away in his study? No one saw him go outside, and he would not let anyone in. Why all the secrecy?
I don't know, Samuel. About half a year ago, he closed himself in that damn tower and spent whole days and nights there. He never told me what he was doing. When I asked, he merely stated that he was looking for the truth and that he would not stop until he found it. It entirely absorbed him, and you know how it ended. I hope that he has found his truth.
Can you have a look at this picture? Do you know who this man is?
I've seen that face before. Yes, but not exactly this one.
What?
He was much younger than this picture, but it was the same person.
So, who is it?
William once brought an orphan here and offered him food and shelter for a couple of days. He lived for a time outside by the stable, a humble, quiet boy.
Do you know what his name was?
It was a very long time ago. I cannot remember. He stayed with us for quite some time, but then he completely changed. It was as if he had gone mad. We could not let him stay here after that. They took him to Ashbury.
What happened to him then?
I really do not know. As I said, it was a very long time ago. Robert might remember. It was he who accepted that boy as a patient.
I hoped I would not have to return to this place ever again. And even now, I'm not sure if I should have.
I did not dare hope you would come. The letters to you were all returned, and no one from the family had seen you in years. As time passed, we assumed you were dead.
I didn't open a single one of them. I wanted to forget it all. Only that morning letter. I had to open that one. Maybe I should have left it unread, like the other ones.
Your words are cold, Samuel.
If it hadn't been for William's death, I would have never returned. I returned because of William only. I don't expect you to understand it. Bates isn't looking well. He's old and very tired. He should take a rest.
I would suggest that to him myself, but I know he does not want to be alone right now. He and William were friends long before I knew him. He has worked here all his life, just like his father before him. He feels comfortable to be with us, I am sure.
That person who was with us at the funeral, who is he?
Dr. Herman, our family physician. But it would be more accurate to say our family friend.
I had never heard of him.
Well, how could you? He moved here long after you had gone away. He's a good man. He was a friend to William and has helped us a good deal. Until William began avoiding people, they were often together. Why are you interested in Heinz?
I don't know him, so I wanted to know who he is. Do you need anything, Victoria?
No, thank you, Samuel. I am all right. Maybe just... No, you needn't worry. I'll ask Bates.
I spoke with Robert about the old wing. He said its walls were the only remnants of the original castle.
That is true. It is all that survived the burn.
I do not recall anyone that had conquered the castle in the past.
No one conquered it, at least not in the true sense of the word. The castle was half destroyed in a conflict between the first Gordons. Marcus knew he could not rise against his brother's people direct. Therefore, he decided to take him by surprise in the secret chapel deep under the castle. Mordred realized this too late, and the consequences were terrible. But those are merely old legends, just old stories.
That secret chapel you have spoken of, it must be somewhere beneath us.
Nobody has ever found a trace of the entrance, let alone the whole chapel, Samuel. It's merely an old legend from the Chronicle.
What happened to Marcus after Mordred died?
He became the lord of the manor and died a long time later, a tired old man. As a tribute to his leadership, they buried him in a secret crypt. Today no one knows where his body rests.
Do any further records of his life still exist?
None that I know of.
Victoria, I need the key to William's study. I know that you insist that no one go in there, but...
No one is... Why are you talking about that place to me, Samuel? Why are you making me think of it?
I just wanted...
Go away. I need to be alone now.
Of course. May I disturb you for a few moments? I would like to ask a couple of questions.
All right. I'm listening.
I showed the picture we talked about yesterday to Victoria. She said she knew the man, that he had... Are you sure you don't know who he is?
Let me see the picture again. I'm not quite certain, but he resembles one of my patients in the institution. It could possibly even be him. I do not see where this...
Maybe we... Who could have brought a picture of some mad... And why? I will...
All right. Feel free to come back if you need anything, Samuel.
I have lit the fire in your room as you wished, sir.
Thank you, Bates. It was quite cold in there.
I will return to my duties now. If you need something, I will be downstairs in the hall.
All right. Bates?
Yes, sir?
You're not looking well. Why don't you take a couple of days off?
Thank you, sir. I will be all right. It's just William. We lived our best years together here.
Indeed. You must have become very good friends over time.
Yes. Please, let us not talk.
Bates, I want you to know that you're more of a friend to us than a servant.
Thank you, sir.
Why is the entrance to the old tower blocked?
Madam ordered me to nail the door shut so that she would not have to think about that place ever again. She does not want anyone to enter William's study.
I see. Bates, I said something inappropriate to Victoria. Do you think she will accept my apology?
Certainly, sir. Madam has a good heart. But if I may advise you, sir, offer your apology as soon as possible.
Bates, this might seem strange to you, but I would like to see the exact spot where William died.
Oh, but why, sir?
I have my reasons.
Oh, well, follow me if you insist. This is where the awful thing happened. Please, just do not ask me to describe it to you. I have told the detective everything already, and I would not want...
No, that's all right, Bates.
Why all of this then, sir?
I can feel something is not right. I just don't know what. Have you found anything unusual around here?
No, maybe just... We noticed a strange spot under the tower window, right there. No one knows where it came from. If you would allow me, sir, I'd rather go now.
Certainly. I knew Bates wouldn't understand why I was doing this. Something tells me things aren't quite as they seem. It looks like a symbol of some sort, or a sign. I should put this down somehow. The castle is literally surrounded by bushes. I'll have a closer look. Something got stuck between the branches of the shrub. What could it be? Whatever it is, it seems incomplete. It should still work. There's no film in it, and my old films are useless.
Do you need anything, Samuel?
I would like to ask about something. I need film for my camera. Do you know where I can get some?
Well, perhaps down in Willow Creek. But hold on, I think I may have a couple of rolls myself. They should probably still be usable.
Can you give me one?
I would be happy to, but I put them in the attic with some other old things. It is in my chest. That's the one right round the corner. You'll have no problem finding it.
Thank you. I'll go pick it up.
Sure. Take all the film you need. I have no use for it.
I went to the attic to get that film, but your chest is locked. May I borrow your key?
Locked? Oh, I have entirely forgotten about that. Sorry. Here's the key.
Thank you. I'll bring it back.
You needn't hurry. I use it so infrequently.
I will go now.
All right. Feel free to come back if you need anything, Samuel.
Hopefully, it's going to work. I don't need anything else from it. I'm out of practice, but I guess the film is installed properly. All I need to do now is have the film developed. But where do I get it developed? I need to speak with you, Robert.
Sure.
Robert, do you know where I can get that film you gave me developed?
I only know of Murray in Willow Creek. I go to him myself when I need some pictures developed. He has a dark room in his pawn shop. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I remember that shop.
Try him.
I guess I should go there. Here's your key back, Robert.
Oh, thanks. Have you found what you needed?
Yes, I have. I will go now.
All right. Feel free to come back if you need anything, Samuel.
Should apologize. May I speak with you for a while, Victoria?
Of course, Samuel.
I'd like to apologize for what I said before.
I may have been hasty in my response as well. I had that key destroyed so that no one can ever enter the tower again. Maybe William had another key, I do not know.
Where are his personal belongings now?
I do not know. Ask Herman. I do not want to talk about it.
Look at this stone fragment. Does it mean anything to you?
No, I wouldn't say so. But yes, I have seen something similar on William's desk. He was very careful with that thing. Only I don't know what the big deal was. He never spoke about it.
Doctor, can I have a word with you?
Yes, all right.
Dr. Herman, Victoria told me you had William's personal belongings.
Yes, that is true.
I would like to see them.
Sure, I can show them to you when you come to the morgue tomorrow. I just do not have any idea what you are expecting.
Well, I must see them today. Can you help me?
Today? Well, all right. Maybe we could do it like this. I will send someone to the main gate with a parcel for you. Will that do?
Perfectly. What time will this person come?
I will send him as soon as I get back to the autopsy room. Let us say 7 o'clock.
I'll be waiting in front of the main gate at exactly 7 o'clock. It's very important. I hope the person is reliable.
Do not fear. He will be well paid. Settled?
Thank you, Doctor. At 7, I have to be in front of the gate. The map of our manor. It might come in handy. I'll take it. I put the key back where I found it. Bates.
Yes, sir?
I found this at that place you took me to.
You mean where Sir William?
Yes. I'm quite sure it can shed some light on what has happened.
I am not as optimistic as you are, sir. Maybe you should hand the object over to Detective Collier.
Bates, this thing may help us discover something new.
I know one thing, sir. Sir William is dead, and no one can do anything to change that.
You don't happen to believe that it was a suicide or an accident, do you? I have known William too long to believe that.
Well, I have already offered my opinion on the matter. Can I go now, sir?
I'm
sorry, sir. Talk to Henry. He was working on the flower beds that evening. He might know more than I do.
It seems to me that Bates knows something he doesn't want to talk about. But why would he no, I'm not too sure. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
William used to be very fond of this place. He would often come here to make paintings and sometimes would spend whole days here.
Do you need anything, sir?
That picture behind us, Henry, when did William paint it?
A long time ago, sir. When he still went out to the garden. Madam ordered me to leave it here, so I've been taking care of it. Sir William sure was talented. Don't you think, sir?
Yes, he was. Have a look at this. I found it under the old tower.
Why are you showing it to me, sir?
Well, I showed it to Bates, and he suggested I speak with you. Do you know anything about it?
Me? I don't see why I should. I've never seen anything like it before.
He also said you had been trimming the shrubs in the area that afternoon.
Yes, that's true. But I have nothing to do with this thing.
Calm down. Just tell me what you know about it, that's all.
All right, then. But you have to promise you won't tell Madam. I can't afford to lose my job.
Of course. Go ahead.
Well, I don't really know what it is, but I found a similar piece near that place.
Do you have it with you?
No, not really. You see, I had to pawn it. I was broke.
Pawn? It doesn't seem to be of any special value.
Well, maybe not the one you're holding in your hand, but there was a beautiful gem. A ruby, I'd say.
Where did you pawn it?
At old Murray's. Where else?
It's good that you told me while there's still time. Give me your bill of exchange, and I will redeem the object.
But I haven't got it. I don't know where I've put it.
Henry, it's very important. Try to remember.
I have no idea where it could be. But you won't forget about your promise, will you? It's going to stay just between us. Right?
We shall see. Henry, let's return to that bill of exchange.
I knew you'd ask, but believe me, sir, I really haven't got it.
You needed the money, so you conveniently lost the bill of exchange?
Well, yes, I needed the money, not the bill. I really didn't intend to redeem that thing. Somebody might be interested in where I found the thing, and I could lose my job.
You're going to lose it for sure if you don't give me that bill.
But I haven't got it. You really promised this would stay between...
Henry, you need to realize that this is very important. You had better get that bill for me.
I'd give it to you right away, if I could, sir.
All right. I don't believe a word of what he's saying. I will leave you to your work. I'm glad to see this place again. William often took me here when I was just a little boy. Oh well, it's such a long time, but my memories are as clear as yesterday morning. How many years had I actually been here? It's locked. Excuse me, may I speak with you?
Sure you can, young man.
So how is it going today?
I'm going to catch a big one today. If only it will rain.
You mean because of the fish? Have you caught anything yet?
Not a scare. My luck was much better yesterday. Fish are too smart. They won't go out of water.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Heh. I had a very nice one on the hook a while ago, but it managed to slip away in the last second. I dragged it in as far as the pier, but then it snapped my line. The biggest and oldest ones are truly cunning. They get tangled in the seaweed at the bottom, and then wait until you snap the line yourself.
Why don't you fish further out in the river?
My old boat has too many leaks. Besides, I enjoy fishing this way better.
Good luck to you. I have to go now.
Thanks. I hope it will start raining soon.
Hi, what's your name?
I won't tell you that. I must not talk to strangers. My mum has forbidden me.
So, will you tell me your name if I tell you mine?
No, I don't know you. Have you got some sweets? Maybe some chocolate?
Would you like some sweets?
Sure, that would be great. Are they chocolate?
I don't really know. My name is Samuel Gordon. Will you tell me your name too?
Well, why not then? I'm Vic.
Do you know of anything interesting going on around here? I haven't been in this place in a very long time.
Probably not. Nothing much happens here. This village is terribly boring, you know.
I see.
Can I go play again?
Of course. Watch out for the windows.
Yeah, don't worry.
Vic, have you ever seen the man in this picture?
Let me see. No, I guess I haven't. I would have surely remembered that one. He looks pretty stupid. Why are you looking for him, Samuel? Are you related? Come on, that was just a joke.
The lids are family. These are certain. KDM. It's probably you. It's full of dirt. Maybe Harry puts it under the gutter when it's ready. Today's menu. Roe deer on cream. Wild boar shoulder. Gamekeeper style. Harry's wife always did cook well. It's empty. Hello.
Hello.
How long have you been sitting here?
A few hours, I guess. Why do you want to know?
That's my way of saying hello, I guess.
Oh, okay. I've been here for 2 or 3 hours. I've got nothing to do today. Why don't you take a chair?
No, thank you. Maybe some other time. Tell me, is anything interesting going on in the village?
Here? No. In fact, I don't remember anything interesting ever happening around here. In Willow Creek, nothing ever changes.
I saw a fisherman on the shore on my way here. Do you know him?
Oh, Jim? Of course I know him. He's my uncle from my mother's side.
Is he always sitting there, fishing? He appears to have been sitting there the whole day.
Yeah, he's the most patient person I've ever known. I wouldn't last a single hour, you know.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
I haven't been here in a long time. What can you tell me about the manor?
Well, I'm not sure where to begin, but really, there isn't much in the way of news. Hold on. You seem familiar to me. Haven't we met at the winter feasts?
No.
But I do know you. See, I'm pretty good with faces.
Listen,
Yeah, I know. You probably owe me something and aren't comfortable with my having recognized you, right?
I owe you nothing, Harry.
Did you say Harry? Tom, this young lad here is calling me Harry, but he says he doesn't know me.
Don't let him annoy you, sir. He's been trying that on strangers for as long as I remember.
Is there a problem with the fact that I want me money back?
There wouldn't be any if you weren't making those debts up.
Bah! Indeed. You're the right one to say that. Should I show you your last month's bill?
Right, calm down. I was just advocating this young fellow here, because he's a stranger and he doesn't know those tricks of yours.
Okay, I've had enough. One more word and you're not getting a pint of water on credit. Or I'll pour you nothing until you pay off the whole debt.
Come on, Harry. Don't be a cheapskate.
Listen, if you let me finish, I'll tell you who I am.
Sounds great. I'm listening.
I am Samuel Gordon, the son of Randall Gordon, of Castle Blackmirror.
Why didn't you say so right away?
Well, I tried to, but you wouldn't actually let me speak.
Okay, well that gives things a nice twist. A Gordon is always welcome here. So, what can I get you? Today, we have smoke.
No, I'd like to ask...
Oh, sure.
Harry, what's new in the village?
Things happen, but there isn't much news.
How should I understand that?
Well, I hear a lot of gossip, but nothing worth mentioning. You see, we all know one another here, so nothing's too interesting.
Maybe. That's going to change now.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it does.
Harry, until what time are you open?
You see, I don't sleep much. And when I'm not doing something, I'm usually...
But not many folks show up so late, do they?
I usually play cards with Tom here. Or I play chess with myself.
Oh.
I'd say I've learned to play well during all those long nights.
Let's play together sometime then.
Sure.
I remember William bringing me here.
Yup, so do I. He was a serious poker player, you know. Incredibly lucky with the cards. He would totally clear us out, but then he would return everything. Yeah, he was a nice bloke. That's a real shame he stopped coming here.
Why?
Who knows? We were all on good terms. But the last 6 months, he didn't show up.
Well, it's a bit of a distance, and at his age.
Nah, I wouldn't say that was the reason. William was always a tough old gent. I'll tell you something. They say he wouldn't even come out of the castle, and instead locked himself away in the old tower to study some old volumes and stuff.
Where did you hear that?
Well, I told you, I hear things from time to time.
What else have you heard?
Nothing. But maybe Mark knows something. He used to help out in the manor garden. He would normally be here by now, so he's probably not going to turn up today.
Never mind. I'll ask him some other time.
What do you want from me?
I'd just like...
All right.
How long have you owed Harry?
That's my business, not yours. Or do you want to pay up for me?
Should I?
Well, I overheard your conversation about old Sir William.
Do you know anything that might be interesting to me?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. My memory is fogging up. It's probably the thirst, you know.
Oh, I see. I know where he's coming from. I'll pay off his debt, and then I'll ask...
Changed your mind about the dinner? My Mary makes some wonderful meals. Everyone around here will tell you that.
I believe you. I would like to...
Okay.
Will you change your mind about that debt of Tom's? It's partly my fault, you know.
I'd be glad to, but then he wouldn't pay it off next month either. They say he who doesn't pay should not drink.
Well, there is some truth to that. I have decided to pay off Tom's debt.
But why would you want to do that, Mr. Gordon?
I just want to. Could you sum it up?
Okay, well, as you at £17.
All right. Here.
Well, I've no idea what Tom might have promised you, but you better not believe him.
That's none of your business. So what is his bill like now?
All clear.
Good.
Oh, it's you again?
I have done what you have asked. Now it's your turn.
Right, I heard you. I guess you have done me a good turn.
So, what do you know about William?
I'll tell you what I've heard. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm listening.
People have said that from time to time, Sir William would go to the vicarage at night.
That's all? What's so strange about him going to church?
Nothing much, I'd guess, if it hadn't been late after midnight.
Oh, that is strange.
Just ask the gravedigger, or the vicar. They both saw him. But don't mention me if you decide to go see him. They needn't know that I told you anything.
Oh, thank you. I need to speak with Mark. You probably know each other.
Yeah, we've known each other for years, but he's not here today.
Do you know where he works? I would like to go see him.
Mark only works when he must. He hasn't got a permanent... But try old Murray. Or Herman. He does something for both of them from time to time.
So, how's it going?
All right, I guess. Why don't you take a chair?
I'm a little short on time. Some other day, perhaps.
Never mind. I'm used to drinking alone.
The door is locked. There is a sign that... I'll be right back. Murray. But who knows if it hasn't been hanging here for a week. Vic, have you seen Murray today? His shop is closed.
Why should I care about his shop?
Why? Is there a problem?
Well, that old man doesn't like me hanging around that shop of his, or rather around those glass cases. I've got no idea what his problem is.
I may have one.
Oh, I do remember seeing him leave this morning.
Do you have an idea when he will be returning?
Judging by how he sharpened himself up, he must have gone into town. So he's probably not going to return before tomorrow. Oops!
What was that? What's this here? A ball? Vic! I know it was you, and I know you can hear me. Just you wait till I catch you. I'll beat you within an inch of your life. Ah, damn. Now I'll have to clean up all this mess.
I suspect Vic is not going to show up for a while. The Wormhill Parish. The main entrance is closed and only opens on Sundays. I've got to use the side entrance. Its branches are stretching over the graves. One of the crypts of our family. I don't even know who's buried in it. The tomb of Jeremy Gordon. The church is locked. Good afternoon. Have you time for a little talk?
I never hurry anywhere, unlike everyone else.
I'm interested in learning about the parish and this cemetery. I think you're the right man to ask.
Maybe. I've been helping Father Frederick for many years now. I know the names on all the graves. What do you want to know?
May I have a look inside the church?
You have to wait for Father Frederick to... The church is going to stay locked until...
But you can open it.
It doesn't matter. It's going to stay locked, as Father Frederick ordered.
Tell me, how old is this parish?
No one knows how old exactly, but this cemetery and church are much older than anything in the neighborhood. A long time ago, they used to bury heretics here. They say there's a system of corridors under the cemetery where the souls of the innocent wander looking for a way out. You know, I've seen quite a lot all these years here, but...
For instance?
Well, it was a long time ago, but some years back I heard something like the voice of a child in the distance. It was moaning and singing verses. At first I thought it was just an illusion, but then I could no longer contain my curiosity and went outside to have it. I followed the sound of the voice, but the closer I got, the less audible the voice became.
Maybe it was just a child playing nearby.
2 hours after midnight? I don't think so. Plus, look around. There are graves far and wide. But that's past now. I have no idea what it was, and I do not want to know. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Have you heard the voice again, or anything similar?
I've already told you enough. Don't tell anyone about this. I don't want to look like an old fool.
You said you have known Father Frederick for many years. What can you tell me about him?
Father Frederick, he took me in when I was... For that I will be grateful to him for the rest of my life. And I will be around to help him as long as... But if you want to talk to him, you will have to wait until he returns from the...
I see. Tell me, what is your name, actually?
Mine? No one calls me anything other than Gravedigger. Father Frederick's grave. And I don't mind if you have questions about it. It's true, anyway. And you are a Gordon, right?
Yes, Samuel Gordon.
So you're the grandson of old Mr. William?
Yes.
I saw you at the funeral.
Of course. Did you know William?
No, not personally. I would see him from time to time, though. He used to go...
How often?
Not that often, but when he did show up, he was as if he knew he didn't have much time left.
Did he ever speak with you?
No, I told you I did not know him well.
But he would speak with Father Frederick, wouldn't he?
You will have to ask Father that.
I will. Thanks. I've heard that you sometimes saw William come to the vicarage late at night. Is that true?
Who told you that?
That's not important. So is it true?
I don't care to talk about it. I don't want to look for problems.
Whatever you tell me will stay just between us.
It's not like I think I can trust you, but since you're a Gordon, I'll tell you what I've seen. Everyone who knew old Sir William thought he was a bit of a madman. Please don't get offended. And later, when he refused to see anyone, the gossip began floating about. I'm telling you this so that you know I'm not making up what I'm going to tell you.
Go on.
I first saw him here some 6 months ago. I was sitting in my cabin, about to go to bed. I saw, in the 20 years that I've been working here, no one has ever come here this late. So I went outside to check out what was going on. I saw a figure concealed in a dark coat walking among the graves. He was looking for something, his head down to the ground.
Was it William?
At that moment I had no idea who it was. I couldn't see his face in the darkness. He spent some 20 minutes there, going round, mumbling something.
What was he saying?
Well, I observed him from a distance. It wasn't audible.
So what happened next?
The church door opened, and I cautiously followed him. Father Frederick was standing in the doorway. It was only then I realized it was Sir William, because I was close enough to recognize his voice. He and the father had a long conversation then, and Sir William was waving his hand vigorously about during most of it. They finally went inside, and that is all I saw.
Do you know anything more? Thanks for telling me that.
I only told you. Now leave me alone.
Why was William meeting with Father? William will rest in this cold grave forever. I'll find out the whole truth, even if I go through hell for it. The church is... May I disturb you?
Not for long. I've got a lot of work to do.
Has Father Frederick returned yet?
No, he hasn't. It's a long journey from Winshire. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You'd like to go inside the church, but I already told you. Now go. I have to finish this before dusk.
It's 7 o'clock. If Herman is true to his word, his man will be waiting there for me. You must be Dr. Herman's man, is that...
I'm not Herman's man. I just work for him from time to time. You're Samuel Gordon, aren't you? I've got something to deliver.
Yes, please give it to me.
Yeah, why not? I don't care who you are anyway. I was supposed to give this package to whoever came to this gate at 7. That's when my job is to take it so I can go.
Hold on a minute. Are you Mark?
Yeah, that's me. Why?
Harry said you had worked in our garden.
A couple of times. So what?
I'd like to ask you about William Gordon. What can you tell me about him?
Nothing. I barely knew him. I just worked in the garden. I'm in a hurry. Do you want anything else?
No, thanks.
Good. See you around.
Bye. I hope I'll find what I'm looking for. There's only a watch and a few trinkets in it. I'll open it. William made a remark of some kind here. To my forgetful head, the path to the key begins in the library, on my work table, hidden away under the blue curtain of unwritten words. There's a button under. I'll try to press it. There's a box of some sort. I'll take it. Miniatures of the planets of the solar system, carved from hardwood. Miniatures of the planet. Miniatures of the planet. Miniatures of the planets of the solar system, carved from hardwood. Miniatures of the planet. It seems like some... That's it! That must be William's key. I left William's key on the other side of the door. The lock must have gotten stuck. The lid is locked. The black rook is missing. As though I've heard that melody somewhere before. Lots of scrolls and papers, but none with William's writing. He must have been recording the important notes somewhere. This title makes no sense. I'll have a closer... A book has been glued to the bottom side of the drawer. The diary of William Gordon. William's diary. Excellent. Hopefully I'll finally learn what happened that night. March 21st. I'm old.
I know my time is drawing in, and that is why I want to put some sense into my life before I leave this world. I have contributed my last years to looking for the truth about my family and the blood that runs in my veins. Maybe it is also because of the guilt that I bear in my heart for the fate of my dear James. The fate that I didn't have the courage to change. After all the years spent with the old journals, I know at last what the goal of my search is. I must not lose time. March 23rd. In the chronicle of the manor and the old records in the library, I have learned things that were forgotten and much that is new. I learned that James is not the only one to have lost full control of his... Throughout the centuries, several of my blood ancestors have suffered from the same affliction that now curses James. It seems as though it is all somehow correlated, has a perverse purpose of some kind. I traced the family line and learned that every one of those poor souls had been born in the same week, repeating with the period of 2 centuries. Is the madness supposed to be punishment of some sort? A punishment for deeds so horrible that we have not been pardoned, even after 700 years? I am terrified by this idea. It follows me now, day and night. April 5th. I feel something is not right with me. I am weaker from day to day. My age has caught up with me at last. As the chronicle foretells, the way to revealing the truth is through 5 symbolic keys. I don't exactly know what their purpose is, but if they can lead me to the truth, I must obtain them. I have decided to pursue first the ones that have been carried over time far from my manor. Centuries ago, the keys were given to different men of our family for safekeeping, so that they couldn't be used together. Luckily, I still have my own with me, and obtaining James's key should not be difficult. If only I had known before what I know today, I would not have given it to him. The next one must be in the hands of Marcus himself, according to the records. The 4th one was given to Durham Gordon, the original owner of the remote manor in Wales. I must set off for Wales soon. I still do not know where the 5th key is. Its origin eludes me in the many years of the past. When I obtain the other ones, I must find this last one too. April 15th. I have returned from Wales. My searching was futile. It was not easy to get into the family tomb. Unfortunately, I failed to reveal the next fragment of truth, and returned home empty-handed. Not all hope is lost, however. I will focus on the keys that James and Marcus possess. It should not be hard to obtain them. April 21st. I cannot change what has happened in the past of my ancestors, but I hope I can influence the events of the future. The curse that has plagued our family must be of dateless origin. It must stretch into times as distant as those of Marcus and Mordred, the first Gordons. I have decided to start looking for answers at the place where the body of Marcus rests. I know that the tomb is concealed in the dark underground of the parish. Its entrance has long been lost in forgetfulness. No one knows where to begin to look for it. I will set off for the vicarage tonight, April 26th. Whatever it is that is buried underneath Worm Hill, it is not easily within reach. It took me several days before I discovered an extraordinary pedestal with numerous tiny and meticulously shaped stones in the belfry. The whole pedestal is a complex mechanical lock. Surely It will open the way to the church's underground for me. I tried to change the positions of the opposite stones, but it was beyond my will to fully concentrate. I was too tired to attempt to set up the mechanism properly. Before I left for home, I made a drawing of the whole mechanism and returned the stones to their original configuration. Tomorrow I will go to Warm Hill as early as possible. April 27th. Luck was on my side today. I opened the way leading to the tomb of Marcus. Surely, I'm the first one in centuries to have succeeded in doing so. How great was my surprise when I descended into the tomb. His body must be hidden somewhere. I hope that the answer lies in the 4 books surrounding the center of the tomb. Shall wisdom be your way? Writes an old text carved in stone. Even after his death, wisdom protects Marcus as it has in his life. I am almost positive that the first answer is map. Despite the darkness, I tried to write down the text from the books, but it was easier to memorize it. I also found it extraordinary, in all probability, a ceremonial object in the shape of a perfect sphere. When I touched it, it was as though whole long centuries breathed on me. An odd feeling. May 7th. I am afraid of this night. I have not slept for 2 days now, and I hear voices. Yes, human voices. There are dozens of them. Their whispering is melting my ears into a sea of horrifying noise. What's happening with me? Am I mad too? No, I repudiate that, now that I am so close to the truth.
As though I've heard that melody somewhere. There's a small key inside the book. The pages have been cropped so as to hide it. I'll take it. The lid won't move. It doesn't fit. It's cold to the touch. I'll try to push the latch. Success. I'm feeling so strange. My head.
Sir, you're awake at last. We were starting to worry that something might have happened to you.
What happened to you, Samuel?
I don't know. How did I make it to my room?
Bates found you lying unconscious in the...
Yes, I was going to tidy up there when I saw you lying on the floor. I hurried to get Sir Robert, and then we carried you to your bed so that you could have a rest.
I told you, Samuel, that you should take a rest after such a long journey.
Perhaps you are right. I have no idea what happened. I vaguely remember having a strange dream, and I cannot figure out what it means.
Important thing is that you're all right.
Yes, that's true.
It would be best for you to sleep for a while.
This time, I will follow your advice, Robert.
Good. If it gets worse, come see me.
Thank you. Hopefully I will be all right now.
Come, Bates. We shall leave Samuel to his rest.
Yes, sir.
Robert is right. I should take a rest. Tomorrow, I'll find out more than today. I had a terrible dream. In the morning, my thoughts were interrupted by a knock at the door.
Sir! Sir, open up!
What's going on, Bates?
Open up, sir. I have to tell you something.
Hold on, Bates. I'm there in a moment. What's the matter, then?
It's horrible, sir. Henry, our gardener, they found him in the garden pond.
Calm down, Bates. What are you talking about?
They found him dead this morning in the... I know what I am saying. I saw his body being dragged out.
How did it happen?
I have no idea. Detective Collier will tell you that. He has been questioning everyone for quite some time now, and he wants to speak to you too. He did not give any of us a chance to recover from the shock, not even Madam.
Where will I find him?
He's waiting for you in the common room. We had better go there right away, sir.
All right, let's go. Detective Collier.
Yes. Samuel Gordon, I presume. I need to speak with you. Mr. Gordon, do you know what...
Yes, Bates...
Good. I need to ask you a couple of questions. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Did you speak with Henry Stanton yesterday?
Yes, I only arrived yesterday.
Oh, you arrived yesterday?
Yes, to attend William's funeral.
I understand. What did you speak with Stanton about?
I don't know exactly. It was a very trivial conversation.
Had you known him from before?
No, I only knew Mr. Dickens, who was Henry's predecessor.
That was before you left the manor?
Yes, about 12 years ago.
Okay, let's return. Did he seem strange to you? Nervous or disturbed?
No, nothing like that. He behaved normally.
So, you are saying that he seemed normal?
Right.
I spoke to Morris, your groom, before. He told me that Stanton would often have a bit too much to drink.
Yes, I have heard the same.
Madame Victoria has also confirmed it.
What do you make of it?
Well, they found him in the garden pond, tangled up in algae. I don't know yet how he ended up in there, but the most likely explanation is that it was on account of his drunken state. He might have bumped into something, lost his balance, and fallen into the water.
Maybe. But don't you think the water would have awakened him?
No, exactly the opposite. It was water that caused his death. He fainted, fell into the pond, and the cold water did its thing.
Stopped his heart?
He wouldn't be the first drunkard to have drowned like this. What's ironic, however, is that it didn't happen in a lake or a river, but in a little bit of water in the back garden. Oh well, no man can choose his death. If there is nothing you need to ask, I won't be keeping you any longer.
Thank you.
I have all I need for now. Would you please see me out?
Certainly. Follow me, Detective.
I will now wait for Dr. Herman's report and close this case. Thanks for your time, Gordon.
You're welcome, Detective.
Goodbye.
Collier wants to close the case. Now that Henry is dead, I've got to find a way to obtain the second part of that strange object